Hello and welcome back again, Commanders and Commanderettes. Jesse Puller here with another War Commander video. This one is on the Strike Ops um, event, and it is free or instant repair on the map for all the bases, including the bonus base. For the first base, I'm just going to use one platoon. I'm going to use Sepulcher and Abyss, and this is basically the only time I'm going to use the Sepulcher. Now notice that the Sepulcher does not take any damage. That is because I'm keeping the Sepulcher close to the PMC Abyss and I'm keeping it moving. The large square tanks and the other tanks can do damage to your um, Sepulcher, but as long as you keep him moving, you should be good. This first base is very fast. Now, by the way, we are obviously not using the special op. We are using the 4 free boosts, and we are using its electric op, and that's it. This base is done, and you don't really need the Sepulcher in here anymore. He can't shoot floaters. So that's it for that base. First one, instant repair. Now, by the way, the only thing that took damage there was the PMC Abyss. It's the only thing. And for the whole event, the only thing that should take damage is the Abyss for all 4 bases. But I do have my Dr. Ake in his second platoon, not because he needs to be, but just because he's already in a second platoon, and I just don't feel like moving that tune around. I have that platoon set up for a different purpose, and I really don't want to take it apart. Dr. Ake should not take any damage in this base, or the second base, or the bonus base. So, we're going to start out with the Malachi. And we're going to take out this first green turret. Be careful. You are right at the edge of being shot by that anti-air turret, which is right behind the building with the new units in it. We're going to come over here, and I've never been shot before, but I think right here, as I'm leaving, I think I get shot. It's hard to say. So maybe it's not worth doing that right side building. I brought it back just to see if I got shot, and I'm good. I didn't take any damage. So what works for me is I have Spectral Infusion, which is like the middle zombie tech for Dr. Ake. I put it on Ruby. I only control Dr. Ake. I let the PMC Abyss do whatever he wants to do. And I keep trying to target the ground vehicles or the ground infantry. Okay. The spectral ghosts come out if you attack vehicles much faster. I have seen it come out very rarely on turrets, but you have to shoot for a long time. So it's better to shoot vehicles. They come out like almost right away. The blue ghosts. Once again, Dr. Ake did not take any damage, so I'm going to retreat him. There's nothing here left for him to shoot anyway, and I don't want him to get shot. So I'm leaving and retreating Dr. Ake. And then we just, I am bringing the Metatron in to see if it can speed things up, but it's too late. It was already done. The Metatron, I think, is a good unit, and it's not even elite yet. I have all the parts for the elite, but it's not up there yet. So it's just a regular Metatron right now. There was a number 3 base right there, so let's go into that. This number 3 base is also, I want to say, semi-easy, but don't deploy your air here. There are too many green turrets right there at the deploy it point. Also, turn Ruby off for just the beginning part of this, because we're going to attack move. Notice my red cursor. We're going to attack move with everybody up to the corner. I want to be up in that corner. So this is a different strategy than we used on number 1 or number 2. We are coming up to the top of the base. We're waiting to sort of take out some enemies before we release the 3 aircraft. Now we're just simply going to use PMC Abyss as the target, and we're going to take everything out with Dr. Ake and the 3 new aircraft. I haven't got that name down of those aircraft yet. It's an unusual name. Once again, we are not going to use the special ops on this base or on any of the bases. It's a waste. Do it this way. You don't need special ops other than it's electric. Use it. It's electric. It's helpful. It's probably not necessary, but it's helpful. And once again, the way that I'm doing it, Dr. Ake does not take any damage. Now, if you notice that your Abyss has lost some units or some of its drones, go ahead and retreat him and bring him back. And now that he's fresh again, we can send him back down towards the enemy units. It takes a long time for the Abyss to respawn units, so the easy way to respawn everything is just to retreat him. That's why I did that. I retreated him, and then that should be it for this base, and that should be free repair. And now I promised I would give you a tip. Here's the tip. I guarantee you this is going to be a Corpus thing, because it's the only open spot I have in my inventory. So I'm going to get a Corpus. There you go. It's a Corpus. Now, if you're full, you won't get anything. So clear out a Corpus spot. Why a Corpus spot? Because PMC Abyss is a Corpus, and he is the only unit that's going to take damage. As a matter of fact, I'll bet you that he can do the bonus base pretty much on his own. I have not tried it, but I'll bet you that he can do the bonus base on his own, as long as you keep retreating him and giving him fresh units, so that he's not completely depleted. And he might, be very badly damaged, but I think he could clear this bonus base all by himself. So if that's the case, you just got a Corpus repair token, right? So you could do this base, totally die, lose your abyss as long as you had something else to come in, and then you go back to your base and it's instant repair, and you're going to get another one on the next base 3. So um, that's the way to go. Just do it that way. So you'll notice here I am using corrosion missiles, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in Malachi once I get rid of this second missile here, and or excuse me, this second green turret. You know, and then while I'm doing that, while I'm bringing the Malachi in, while I'm going to clear out this southwestern side of the base, I am continuing to drop missiles on all of the green turrets. I want to get rid of all of the green turrets. Remember, these two turrets over here by these 3 tanks, south west side, are dangerous because they're anti-air, dedicated anti-air. They're the most powerful anti-air that we have now. And if you have green turrets, man, on that thing, that will wipe out your Malachi in about a second. Just wipe him out. That's why I got rid of the green turrets. So this is my trick. You know, this is the way I'm doing it. It's tactical. I'm going to bring in the Malachi. I'm going to clear out this bottom left side, or the southwestern side of the base, and then I'm going to come in with the Abyss and the Malachi, and I'm going to follow the Abyss with the Malachi, and most of the time this should be free repair. You want the helicopters to be shooting the Abyss, because otherwise they will target Malachi. If the helicopters target Malachi, they do viral damage, and so you don't want that. But they'll target the PMC Abyss and not bother your Malachi as long as the Abyss is out there. He's a higher priority target than the Malachi is. So some of these missiles, this has never happened to me before, some of these missiles are not doing what they're supposed to do. It should be one missile for each green turret, and sometimes you can take out 2 of those turrets. This time it has cost me like 4 extra missiles, and I still didn't get that back turret there. So, and Kixeye has screwed it up. They've changed the missiles. When I, do a video and I say things like, these missiles are good because there's no cooldown time on them. And then Kixeye realizes, oh shit, let's add some cool time to that. Some cool down time to that, So look at this. I build these missiles, and this is supposed to be 2 seconds to build a missile. Look how long this 2 seconds is. Finally I decide, well, the base is going to be over by the time this thing builds, and I only want one of them. I don't want a bunch of them, I only want one, and it's not giving me any. So I'm like, oh, great. Forget it, I'll just move on without taking out that last green turret. But most of the time, that's plenty of missiles to get everything dead. So now we'll come in here with the Malachi, and we're going to bring in the PMC Abyss, and we will begin to move across the base here. I'm going to put the PMC Abyss on aggressive, and I'm going to follow him with the Malachi. The PMC Abyss will be the main target, and because the green turrets are gone, he's not going to take all that much damage. And I'll try a shock missile on here, but they've changed the shock missiles, they changed the build times, they changed the power. The shock missile and the corrosion missile used to be fairly equal. Like, I don't know why they do things like that, but I do know that I started mentioning that the corrosion missile was one of the best, and that the shock was one of the best, that there was no cooldown times, and then they changed them. About a week after I said that, they changed them. They do watch my videos because I put out 0 damage videos, and then they changed the bases after my videos. I apologize for that. I know that they're watching my videos. I've come up with a solution, and that is to not put my videos out right away, and then and then I mean I wait like 5 hours or 6 hours before I put them out, and then if you put them out right at the beginning of the event, they change the bases. Once everything's been going that way a little bit, they don't they don't change them typically, based on my videos anyway. Here's another air turret. Remember, before you attack these air turrets, you stop. You let all the drones get in a circle around you before you move forward. If you don't, that will hit you bad. You stop. You let the drones kind of circle around you, and then you take the air out. Those are powerful air, okay? I said it at the beginning of the video too. And like I said, I normally don't take any damage on my Malachi, but because I retreated my PMC Abyss, and because there was that one green turret in the back, I'm going to take a few seconds, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. And that's pretty much it. So that is the bonus space free. You're only using shock ops. You're not using the special op, the expensive special op. That's a waste. So I hope this was helpful, guys. Have a good one. I will see you next time. And that's about it. Now, it was free repair. However, you did get that Corpus coupon just in case. By the way, I don't know that you need to use It's Electric. I did use It's Electric, but you definitely do not need to use the cozier, expensive special op. You don't need any of those. If you do buy those, save those for another event. And now I'm out of here. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I hope these tips were helpful, and check out my other free or instant repair videos. Thanks.